All right, welcome back to everybody to DangIT Prodcast, the show where we talk about video games, anime, maybe some manga. My name is Justin, and welcome back, everybody. Can you guys believe that this is actually like the last podcast? I mean, we could have squeezed in like one extra one for the following Saturday, but your boy's gonna be kind of busy. So, yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? We're getting busy in 2025, all the way to the very end of it. But now we're here. Now that I've established that this is the last like week, how are we all feeling about that? I honestly had spent yesterday actually on stream looking through all the clips over on Twitch's side, and it was just kind of crazy just how long ago that was, but also how recent it was, you know? Like just thinking back on all the games like I played, for example, and granted on stream there were like a couple. So I was actually kind of fearful about us having like an end of the year talks for like our own personal game of the year, which is still something that we want to do for Tanuki Media, but I just don't know like where I'm at with that. Also, how's audio by the way? I I typically don't have any issues with audio whatsoever, but you know, just in case. We might have some other folks here on pod as well. The one I know for certain who will be here, well, I mean, maybe not for certain, but it will be Mark. Mark is currently busy doing stuff. Phil's not available, and I haven't heard from Anaya, so I'm kind of concerned. I'll reach out to him later. But in any case, I got a couple things I want to talk about. A lot of pretty big news kind of relating to Nintendo, maybe not so much Nintendo, maybe just like for the specific franchise in mind. But let me just check in with people in chat since I'm doing this solo for today. What's up, P-Rim? Yeah, it feels like it's been like somewhat of a slow week. But I'm fine with it. I'm totally fine with it. Honestly, I mean, every single year that we have, and this is not like a huge like look back on 2025. I already did that last stream, but it's been one heck of a 2025 over here, and there's been some ups, there's definitely been some downs, especially like in kind of the recent bits here. You guys know about the whole situation about like, well, I mean, maybe y'all have like kept track of it, but like my little eye condition going on here and how I've been kind of keeping up with the meds. And this past week I scheduled my my lab work for my primary, so that's still underway. Those are two separate little situations. I am otherwise doing okay. So somehow also within that same month I'm also going to see the eye specialist to see like what the progress is, and it should be really good. I have not had any issues with like my particular site. And for those who just need the quick recap on everything, it's called central serous. Essentially it's fluid that just goes that pushes back on the retina and essentially causes like an overcast, like a little bit of a shadow that like will be projected like onto your eyes. So if unchecked, could lead to some vision loss or complete blindness. So we took care of that. Well, at least we are taking care of that one. So it should be good now. The only scare that I had was this one time where I had it was chai tea, right? Yeah, it was chai tea. Now my folks brought back when they came back from their vacation, and I decided to just have some. It felt like it would be a waste otherwise because they literally saved one for me. So I was like, you know, let's do it. And I was doing that like during work, and I was completely in my withdrawal period because I wasn't used to that level of caffeine anymore. And it was like the worst feeling. And then like the day afterwards, I noticed this while driving at night. I noticed another shadow cast like over. I was like, oh no, that's so bad. But it went away like very soon after once I was still taking my meds. But I guess I'm not out of the woods yet. And the only thing I'm concerned about next year is, does this mean that I'll permanently not have caffeine because of like that risk? Because I do kind of miss it. I do kind of miss maybe not the bitterness of coffee per se, not the full like just straight black coffee, because I mean I can have it, but it's like it's not the most delightful thing to have in the world. You gotta sweeten it up a little. But that matcha, other types of tea, even sodas. Although that's probably a good thing that I don't do sodas now. I mean, that was me having too much like soda intake was kind of like a bad thing in 2024 when I was diagnosed as pre-diabetic. Taking care of that, so we're good. Or at least I will know for certain, I guess, by next doctor's visit. The only thing that they told me I had issues with was like low vitamin D like intake. So typically one like takes that like through just sun exposure, but considering recent studies and well, just studies generally speaking that mean that, you know, having too much exposure with sun is like outright dangerous, that they go for like the more supplement like factor. So I've been doing that like every lunch on top of like the other meds. So everything's been pretty steady over there, but yeah, 2025 was otherwise kind of more of a kind of a grind sesh of just like working a lot and then doing a lot. Yeah, I guess technically, yeah, it's been a financial situation with me, right? Also, yeah, Ibrahim, I did say chai tea. That is like technically tea, but like there's a reason why it's given that very distinct thing. It's just a very specific flavor that they decide to like tag on. So I apologize for those who might get pissed off over me just saying tea. Also, what's going on? If I ask the barista for like a coffee with a little cream, I mean you could. They'd probably be like, "What kind of coffee?" And you'd be like, "Coffee." Then they'll probably like pause. If it were me, if I was the barista, I would probably just give you just straight black coffee and extra cream, and that's how I translate it. And I hope that was okay. Justin, you'll need gamer subs. They have no sugar and no caffeine versions. Ooh. Well, you know, um, I forget which brand is the not so great brand because I mean, health wise stuff we can put that aside, but I believe there was some controversy like with gamer subs or something like that. So I could not tell you which one I'd ever go for, but you know, I'll do some research if they ever reach out, you know. Was it G Fuel? Yeah, you're right. G Fuel was like the problematic one. Oh, wait, was it? I don't know. I haven't really kept track with it. I was definitely in the know how maybe earlier this year, if not last year. There's some supplement that you just like mix into your water would do that kind of stuff to you. But and also like that stuff can make sense to a certain extent, but kind of how I was doing like some energy drinks, it didn't really make sense for me to do a lot of that when I'm just sitting down and doing something as passive as playing video games. If I was doing active stuff, then sure, you know. But I don't know. I kind of follow that mentality because I would otherwise just take those energy drinks when I was working out. The only issue with that was that it was the and this is not really anything bad on them. They're just doing what they do. What was the I see ads for them all the time and we've thus like stopped buying them. But it's kind of like one of the leading causes to my central serous condition, but it was also because of me because I was drinking a lot of it. Celsius. So not to knock on Celsius because it tastes pretty good, but that contains a lot of caffeine, and you know that's okay if you weren't taking a lot of caffeine to begin with. But I would take it every single time I was working out. The problem is that there were days where I was working every day for a week, and that's not good. That's not good. But yeah, you're saying that G Fuel is toxic. Damn. Now, well, that's I don't know how to rectify that other than to like have it just be screened through other places that can scan for that kind of stuff. Otherwise, yeah, that's kind of rough. Also, kind of a quick aside here before we jump into like actual topics and whatnot. This is just an FYI, but apparently the Steam Deck LCD model, the 256 model, the one that's always been like pretty cheap, it's always like $400, and sometimes it's on sale for like 300 or something. They're stopping production on that one. We're transitioning into an era where the cheap handhelds are starting to get less accessible, and now we're just getting more expensive stuff. So I bought uh, the OLED model, which is the 512 gig. That's $550. So versus the $400 model, that's kind of significant, isn't it? What's crazy is that if you go up there right now, the 1 terabyte OLED is $650, and we're kind of in the middle of a situation where RAM is becoming increasingly expensive. So someone had voiced their concerns about the Steam machine and whether or not that might affect the price for it like later on in 2026. I don't know how I feel about that. Um, I was looking at my clip from last stream and my prediction saying that it'd be like 600, 700, 800, that kind of within that ballpark. That would be actually pretty nice. But it would also be that'd be rough. So, I mean, I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that nothing like that like really happens where we just have like $1,000 consoles. Well, it's a PC. I should say it's a PC. So there's that aspect. Fair enough. So I sorry for this is the really bad transition. As I'm trying to do stuff, it's like I'm so totally new to multitasking. Isn't that crazy? Here's a hoping that 2025 will be, or 2026 will be a little bit better when it comes to that. But I'm trying to do this segue into pickups because your boy actually has some. Like I got 2 pickups, and you know what? That's pretty impressive considering that every single sale for the holidays is in effect right now. Steam has had it for the past week, and it's pretty tempting here and there. Uh, the games I got them from GOG also have their stuff on sale. I will still stand by the fact that I do want to just maintain some type of copy of like the game. I'm not too big on physicals. I'm more over for like the preservation and the actual ownership of like the title, the game. So when it comes to GOG, which gives you the offline installers, it's actually much more considerable when it comes to preservation in that regard. Otherwise, it will otherwise act. I said otherwise twice, like chai tea. Tea chai otherwise it's it acts pretty much like Steam, but with less games in their library. But I picked a couple games out there, just 2. I got Silksong finally. It's actually the bundle which includes like the OST, so I mean, I still ultimately paid like $20 for it, but now I just have the soundtrack whenever I need that. Um and then I got Shadow of the Tomb Raider because I never got that game on the Xbox One when I first got that in like 20, what year was it? I feel like it was 2020. No, it was 2014 or either that or 2015. I feel like it's 2014. I got this Xbox One bundle with Rise of the Tomb Raider, and it also had the definitive edition of Tomb Raider, the ones with Square Enix. So I played through the definitive edition. I played Rise of the Tomb Raider, but I never played Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and I just meant to go pick that up at some point. I think I was trying to wait for some kind of physical to show up, but this was just an easy alternative to that. So I bought that kind of stuff, or at least I bought that. I bought Silksong, and I got like backups of the calls it, the installers. In this little guy right here, this little SSD from SanDisk. So I've had this guy for a little bit, and now it pretty much just houses any type of backup footage that I might need to transfer over real quick, or just carries and it also carries just offline installers for I think my little tiny library right now on GOG, which is regular Hollow Knight, Berserk Boy, Silksong, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, and I think that's it. I can actually, you know what? Hold on, I can check this right now. Yeah, those 4. I am trying my best to not spend too much. Uh, I think Hollow Knight or OG is the only duplicate I got, and it was just like, why not? It's only like $7. It's fine. It's fine. I'll say, Rem, $1,000 for a PC. I'll never get it. My future is closed. That's if I can bring this up as well, this is, I mean, you're kind of seeing it right now, but there was definitely an era where like games were getting super expensive, right? Even back then. But we're coming across that like now, where consoles are getting higher in price, right? And games are getting pretty expensive too. But let's not forget that there was an era where games were like already $80. Were already $80. I believe that could have been SNES, if not N64, something like that. And I think things got a lot cheaper when games became disc based, right? But now the issue is not just like proprietary like pieces of hardware you need, but it's also just what gets put into game development. So I think there might be a cycle in which, and this is just me just theorizing it without any type of backup whatsoever, but I believe games might actually get, there might be a cycle where games will get cheaper, but it's hard to say exactly how that's going to play out. It could be one of those things where, game designers might see it as something where, you know, we want to make sure we get like a lot of sales, but if the if oh my God, Mark, where are you? Hold on. Sorry, I have way too many windows up, and I did not have Discord as one open thing, so I could not even see you popping in. Oh, also, I still can't. Hold on, hold on. You know what? I didn't even. That's the thing. I didn't even have Discord popped out. Okay, okay. Yeah. Okay, that should do it. So Mark, you're tired? Oh, I see, I see. Well, Mark, you didn't really miss much. I kind of just got started, and I just talked about pickups, and I just rambled. It wasn't to like distract anybody or to like not to like pause on time for people to show up. I just kind of ramble. um, no, I was saying that I have no idea where he's at, so I'll give him a call afterwards and see what's going on. Oh, also, oh, sorry guys. Good thing Ibrahim was on chat just so I can unmute you because Discord and Stream Deck is not behaving today. It's just one of those things.
I see.
But he said, she said.
He
Yeah,
said, she said, you know how it is.
yeah. I was pressing the button and it was like, oh no, it's not responding. So I guess I'll just manually do things. Okay, good on you, Ibrahim. Otherwise, I would have just totally forgotten about that.
Oh,
But
my dog just dropped his turkey leg on my chest.
hmm. What does he
It's a squeaky
expect you
toy,
to
don't
do?
worry.
I was gonna say, what does he expect you to do with that? He just wants me to chuck it. Or does he want me to
Exactly.
eat?
He's waiting for me to throw it.
Or does he want me to eat it? Is he offering it?
He just dropped it on my stomach. He's like, bark.
Gotcha, gotcha. But yeah, just to kind of recap what we were talking about, I think Abraham was talking about like gamer subs and everything like that, and I was kind of trying to question that. I was like, wait, which one was the bad one? And he was saying it was G Fuel. I totally forgot.
Yeah, G Fuel is the one that's fallen from grace. Gamer Subs is the new golden boy.
Yeah, but I was also, I mean, Ibrahim also like, I mean, thank you for offering the fact that they have a non-caffeine version for my particular condition. So I appreciate that.
Same.
But so
No caffeine, bros.
no caffeine, bros. I'm not gonna lie, Mark, I do kind of miss it. Not necessarily
You
the
get used to it
caffeine,
after
but
a
like
year or
kind of
two.
like the sweetened coffee, the matcha, uh, whatever else has like caffeine in it.
Yeah, you get. Trust me, I felt the same way. You get used to it after a year or two.
I guess so. I guess.
It's like you'll still be like, I miss it, but it's not. It's like it's the worst it usually is in the first year or two of no caffeine. It's like I miss it.
Mm, yeah, fair enough. And then we were what were we talking about? Oh yeah, I was talking about how Steam Decks actually stopped producing their LCD models. It's the old $400 one. So with that out of the way, or limited, that means The only option people have are spending like upwards of 500 and up for like a PC portable, and that's kind of like on the cheaper end of things nowadays.
I see.
It's but I was also thinking about the fact that we've also had, you know, very expensive stuff in gaming like way back when. Like as far as we were talking about like N64 era and whatnot, but I guess what made that
Man, back in
cheaper.
the day, an original Xbox was like $150.
Right. So I mean, I can't say much about like console hardware. I just know that back then games got cheaper because of like the disc based thing, but now that's kind of been overlooked now because games are becoming much more expensive to create, so therefore they're offsetting like the price and everything like that. So
And for
yeah, it's like I don't, because I want to
labor and
kind of,
cost of production.
yeah, I'm trying to give like some hope out there just by like me seeing like maybe a cycle of them just like reeling back on things, but I don't know.
Well, if the backlash is big enough, they're going to have to reel back some things.
That's what I was thinking. Like right before you're jumping in, I was saying that like maybe if the market shows that people are not buying these games anymore, then they'll have to like change tactics. So maybe
Well,
there's
yeah, because
that.
if you lower the price, it's immediately going to be selling more. It's just how it works.
Yeah, because imagine if, I mean, people are already spending the money for it for like deluxe editions of games, but like imagine there being $90 games just like outright,
Standard?
like as a standard edition, $90, and
Ew.
wait until we hit that $100 mark somewhere in like
Ew.
2028. It's kind of disgusting. It's
Ew.
disgusting. And then all of a sudden, I think what will happen is that people are just going to be buying older games and just will have just that era of retro. Maybe.
I'm going to feel like a dinosaur when the current generation is considered retro.
Oh, you, yeah. Well, I remember that someone was saying it was a while back when like a game was considered like a classic, and people were like, "Ugh, what? What do you mean by that?"
Don't you know the platinum hits?
No, wait, actually, it was a song, and it was Bruno Mars, "Just the Way You Are," and they were saying like that's the classic. I was like, "Oh
Just
my
the
god, you're
way
right.
you
It is a classic
are.
now."
It is.
Oh, geez, dude. Sheesh. But aside from that, I was talking about like pickups I got like digitally through GOG. It was Silksong finally, as well as Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I just meant to pick up those games at some point. But yeah, I mean, I think honestly I was maybe waiting for like a Shadow of the Tomb Raider physical to be on sale, but this was just a lot easier for me. And it does support the preservation aspect because it's like they're offline installers otherwise if you want to do that. Otherwise, GOG will just function just like Steam in that regard.
I do miss the days of just being able to put the disc in and it just works.
Hmm. Me too.
I understand that installing it makes it higher quality, but still, I miss the easy days of put it in, play.
You remember when the like that first initially started? I think that was kind of,
It was Xbox One, PS4 era.
I think yeah, it became mandatory there. I believe they were starting to like transition with that when it came to the Xbox 360 even,
It was like
where
towards the end of the 360's lifespan, I think.
something like that, because there was options to download the game and install it to make it run faster, if I recall their reasoning. Otherwise, you could just
Yeah.
still run it on the disc. But
Yeah, it's like install if you want it to go even faster, but if you don't care about that, just play.
yeah, so man, that was kind of rough. These days, I can only just say like based on what PlayStation's been doing, they'll have like everything on the disc and you just download it like directly. But otherwise, yeah, it's kind of like that.
The closest thing is xCloud.
Yeah, as far as just
Because I can just no download, I can just play.
yeah, that's true. That's fair. That's a
And I love that.
mhm. Did you
Because
said you
God knows
recently, yeah,
sitting there having to wait for the download is like, hurry up.
this is also true. I mean, like I can still wait, but like that would be like
I can
I
too, but
just
like it's it's instant gratification.
exactly. And once you get like a taste of that, you can't go back.
when it's like I can just press start and it starts like, oh
Oh, have you been using xCloud recently?
yeah, damn Skippy.
Okay, so you're just no longer downloading like the games anymore.
If they aren't on XCloud, then I will. But if they're on XCloud, I mean,
Is it enough for you to just fully transition from that if that was like a thing?
if XCloud was just a standard service thing, like if it was that's just what it was, personally, here's the thing: I get the idea of the physical preservation. It's so we still have the games in our hands. The companies can't control that.
Mm-hmm.
However, I can't deny how nice the convenience is.
Yeah, 100%. That's how I was feeling about digital games for a little bit. It's like, ooh, it is convenient though.
That's what I'm saying. It's the convenience. It's so tempting.
Yeah, dude. I mean that's kind of the root of everything when it comes to just like streaming media. I mean, all of anime really.
That's because it's like, bing, there it is.
Yeah. It's like, oh, new My Hero? Beep. You don't have to like wait for like a box, for like a DVD box for that.
Oh boy, my Netflix DVD of My Hero's here.
Although that is kind of nice to have like a collection like that. Oh shoot, I forgot. Is Chainsaw Man still in theaters?
The Rezark? I don't know.
I think it still might be. I only say that because I'm like I should probably watch that. I love the movie like watching experience or movie theater watching experience. But
I do too. I do enjoy seeing them. I do enjoy seeing, especially like a lot of the anime movies inside the theater.
yeah, the last one I watched was the Demon Slayer one actually. That
Same.
that was fun. I still can't
It was
forget like
really
the
good.
awkward silence of it being a full-fledged movie, but it's like Akaza's head just completely lobbed off and he's still having like monologues.
It was just like, yeah.
But then like when things hit the fan like it was and you could feel that energy in the theaters, so I did like that.
Like, ah.
But yeah, I have not watched Chainsaw Man because I've been trying to like get Naya to watch it with me, but he's been too busy, and I think it's just one of those things where he'll catch it later. So I'm like, oh shoot, well maybe I should just watch
Well,
it like at some
I
point.
was gonna say, well, time to watch it.
I guess so. Like I just never can find the or the maybe I'm just too lazy about it. Just going to the theaters to
Been there.
watch something.
I've been there. I mean, but I don't really have the excuse because there's like I just have to walk down the street.
Man. Man, that's nice.
I guess my apartment's like right down the street from it, so I just could. That's why I literally walked over to watch Infinity Castle.
That's kind of cool. Actually, Mark, I won't really be trying to say too many details, but I remember just checking out the apartment when I was mailing something to you, and I just kind of looked at the general area. I was like, "Oh, this looks kind of familiar," and I looked over to the left, and I was like, "Oh shoot, that's where I bought my tie."
Oh yeah, the menswear.
Yeah, when I was kind of like shuffling around trying to find like a red tie specifically. Actually, I think the idea was
Yeah.
that I was gonna try to like get the entire like fit even though I already had something very similar, and that ended up working. But they were like, well, this is really last minute, so we can't really give you everything here. So I was like, okay, okay. But the red
I still made
tie
it work.
still made it work. I'm happy about that.
But the funny thing is that exact same shopping center is actually where it's actually part of where Judy and I had our first date was in that shopping center.
That's crazy. There's some real history there.
It was the movie theater, and then went to because in that same shopping center there used to be a CC's Pizza. This is where we went for food after our first date at the movies.
You guys used to how was that pizza?
CC's Pizza, it was good.
Okay, okay.
It's kind of like it's if I was to compare it to something, it's like a buffet style pizza.
Oh, interesting. All right, all
It's
right.
where they would like you get all kinds of different types of pizza there. Like they had like mac and cheese pizza and stuff like that.
Whoa, that sounds great.
Oh yeah,
Although maybe it's like in the
bacon
moment type of feeling.
chicken bacon ranch pizza.
I do like that. A good combination.
Oh yeah, all kinds of stuff. I think there's an Alfredo pizza, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm. But yeah, I got that pizza craving. I'll have to I'll see if I can call a nine and see like, hey, can I possibly course you with pizza to hang out? Cause you know this guy ain't gonna be trying to show up to anybody's place unless it's like a big gathering.
Right. Also, quick side tangent. I learned this the other day, and I don't know how I didn't learn this. Did you know America has one of the deadliest trees in the world?
Deadliest trees. Hmm. I
It's
can't
literally
say.
called the tree of. It's literally called the tree of death.
I know we have like. I think I know which one you're referring to. I think I saw it as like the flower of death or something like that, where like it literally
It's
smells like carcasses.
it's. Oh no, that's I know what you're talking about. That's the corpse flower.
Oh, okay, okay.
No, this is a. It's just a tree. It grows in Florida, and Justin, when I tell you, this thing is dangerous if you even brush it.
Oh, you brush against it and you're donezo.
If you were trying to run cover for rain, and the water was to drip off the leaves and touch you, you're in trouble.
Oh no! What? Oh, you gotta tell me what is this tree?
You can't even burn it because the fumes are toxic.
That's fair.
It's hold on, let me look. I know what it's called. Let me just double check.
I'll type it in meanwhile just to double check.
Florida deadly tree.
Is it called the Manchineel?
Yes, the manchineel tree.
Manchineel tree. I gotta get a full image of this boy. Oh my god, it looks like a regular tree. That's
Right,
the
and
scary
guess what?
part.
Even the fruits from the tree are poisonous.
I assure you that wouldn't stop a koala, but like, brother.
Also, I learned there's another one
Actually, you
that
know
I
what?
was also
Yeah,
like,
it does
what?
look kind of sickly when you look at it.
I learned there was something called a sandbox tree. I was like, what the? It's like also known as the dynamite tree. I was like, the what?
The dynamite trees, crazy.
This thing is covered in spikes
Whoa.
that are poisonous, and
Uh,
it got the name dynamite tree because it has these pods that grow. They look like pumpkins. When those things are fully ripe, they will drop down from the tree and explode.
well, I mean, that's one way to spread the seeds.
Oh, but wait, it'll shoot these flattened like seeds in all directions at 150 miles per hour.
Oh, oh, okay.
This could literally really hurt somebody.
That that could be fatal.
That's what I say. Oh, that's why it's called a grenade tree because it's like a shrapnel grenade.
Oh, brother.
I was like, what reason did trees have to adapt to be this way?
You know, the odds is the fact that the people who like came up with, gunpowder and like guns and everything like that, they probably never even considered this tree.
Oh, they wouldn't be because the people who made the first guns were the Chinese.
Oh, I see. So that's fun. I was gonna say, brother, we try to reinvent, but Mother Nature's already one step ahead. They're like, no, no, we got
I
this.
was getting ready to say, hey, we got trees that drop seed bombs.
Is that why that move's called Seed Bomb?
All right, I'm thinking that now. I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Granted, I know that Hisuian, Voltorb, and Electivire are based off of the things they would call seed bombs that they would make back in the day.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
Like these
okay.
things that they would make, like is like seed dispersal things. They'd put these seeds inside these like little sacks, like wooden like little balls, and eventually they would just pop and like spread the seeds out.
Okay. Here, I got this one thing. It's an image about the managed Mastineal tree. Mastineal tree. It says warning about this tree. The leaves, bark, and fruits of these trees contain a caustic sap, which may be injurious if touched. Columbus described the small green fruits as death apples.
Death apple.
The trees are common along Caribbean shores. Avoid contact with any part of this tree. What a warning.
I said, why have we not why have we not just eviscerated this tree from the face of the earth?
Because anyone who tries to cut them down or tries to burn them down would die too.
I've heard the way you get rid of them is heavy equipment and hazmat suits. It's because they secrete the shit all over it.
It's gross.
It's like it's on the leaves, it's on the bark, it's on the fruits. It's like nothing from this tree is not poison.
I mean, it makes you wonder, like, how do they
Why?
even spread? How do they even procreate? How do they? I mean, obviously,
I was gonna say, does it drop acorns or something?
I guess the fruits would eventually like drop off, and clearly they
And the
produce
seeds
fruits,
might
so
get.
like there might be something that can like ingest it and then proceed to
But
like
I'll
poop
just
it
say
out and
how.
everything.
Can I just say how terrible that is? That it drops us. It just drops an apple of death.
The the death apple.
It's like, oh, here, look, a fruit. Oh.
I mean, we experimented with mushrooms, so I mean,
Whoa.
whoa, two just like outright dead.
It's I say it's either dead or you're going on a trip.
Oh yeah. Like now I'm kind of curious about this tree. Like, what could possibly consume this? I would,
I mean,
I place
to
my
be
bets on
fair,
like
like
the.
to be fair, like you said, koalas. I mean, they can eat eucalyptus, which is incredibly poisonous to humans.
But
Like it's just so, which is as little as 0.3 milliliters could send you to heaven.
mm, I was also I was thinking like maybe the honey badger, but they got other problems to deal with.
For some reason, the honey badger can just take anything and keep moving.
They could take.
Also, fun fact: yes, if the leaves are not on the branch, the koala will not recognize those leaves as food.
Yeah, they're resilient, but they're also
They're
kind of
cute.
dumb.
They're cute, but they are not very bright.
But you know what? It makes me feel better.
Also, apparently, eucalyptus also burns like napalm.
Ooh, what is going on with nature?
I mean, for some reason, everything in Australia, for some reason, all of it is like poisonous, and it all developed neurotoxin,
Yeah, there's some
which
crazy.
is it directly targets your nervous system.
I mean, we got some crazy stuff going on in, like nature itself. We got mantises that can like shrimp mantises that can like punch at like incredible speeds that would otherwise be fatal to things of its size. We
Oh
got
yeah, if you could punch with the same force of a mantis shrimp, like your average 180-pound guy punching someone would be like getting hit in the face with 6 sticks of dynamite.
essentially. What else was there? I mean, I already talked
The
about
pistol
the
shrimp,
koalas. I talked about there's a whole island of snakes out there.
right? And the funny thing is with the mantis shrimp as well, and along with the pistol shrimp, who's the gun version of the mantis shrimp,
Hmm.
is they both create a cavitation bubble. The cavitation bubble, when it collapses, creates a flash of light, which will flashbang whatever it hits. And on top of that, it'll when it collapses, it reaches a temperature hotter than the surface of the sun. It does. I'm not joking.
You know, it was a sea slug, or not sea slug. It was a sea snail that also can like it shoots a toxin at close
The cone
range.
snail.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's got a harpoon.
And yeah, that hurts us
I was
too.
like, dude, Australia is built different.
They're built to last.
If you live in Australia, you're just living on hard mode.
Oh my god. Okay.
I mean, platypuses hunt their bills. They use their bills to hunt the same way sharks do
Hmm.
because they've got like over 40,000 electrical sensors inside of their bills.
You know, if it
They'll,
helps them.
they'll use it to detect muscle movements in the water.
Interesting. Okay. Well, there are times where I feel like I would need that.
Right. Also, weirdly enough, they also recently discovered they're bioluminescent.
Platypuses?
Yeah, if you shine a UV light on them, they glow green.
Whoa, okay.
And the thing is, we don't know why.
You know what? They have a genetic thing about them. They've been considered outcasts for a while, so they can do
They
whatever they
said, and
want.
guess what? I also glow in the dark.
I also glow in the dark. I'm also a nightlight.
Also, okay, enough of the educational animal implant tangent. Anyway, continuing. So what else is going on other than like the mega dimensions, like with all the new megas? How's that?
Oh, that's been all right so far. I haven't. The only reason is that I just haven't really gone like too far. I just been like really busy with a lot of things, so I haven't really given myself the time to really sink my teeth into the DLC. But I got as far as Mega
Well,
Staraptor, which
I've already spoiled myself on all of them.
yeah, that I also got myself spoiled too because people want to share it. I get it.
Oh, but
Um,
I did it on purpose.
oh yeah, I ended up like I'm the one who ends up just like watching the video regardless of how many times I swipe.
But I mean, I am glad they gave Staraptor fighting type. It's about time the close combat bird got fighting type.
That makes sense. And it's only weird now because now we have like Halucha and other like fighting flying types. Well, one other one now I know. Flamigo, but
Flamigo. I've come to appreciate Flamigo more as time has gone on.
I think so too. I don't know how it's gonna function Legends ZA because I think a lot of its strats come with like doubles. So mm
It's also really good in Poke Road. I think it's carried me quite a bit of Poke Road before.
mm.
There's also they really just went and made the one that everyone hated, Crabominable, into a beast.
I don't even know the base stats on that thing. I'm scared to look.
I've heard he's a unit. I've heard he's destruction.
Oh, Jesus, dude. I hear that like Legends EA DLC gets a little unfair. It's a little unfair. Like to a point where you're just
Oh,
you're thrown into a mega battle against Mega Latios and Latios at the same time.
I do appreciate that in this game it's elite. They at least it sucks they still don't change the colors, but at least the eyes are different
What do you mean?
on Megalodios and Megalodios. At least to give you the only indicator I can see of the difference is the eyes.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Because before I couldn't tell the difference, but now that I see the eyes, I'm like,
Hmm. Oh, also, before we go too far out, Ibram asked, Mark, what's better, New York pizza or like New Jersey style? If you
New
have like an
Jersey. I
input
was
on
thinking
that.
you could see. I was thinking to say Chicago. I thought that's what he was going to say. I mean, if you're going to be, I prefer thin crust pizza, so probably New York style.
Mm-mm. I guess it kind of depends on what you put in that crust. If it's just like the breading and the dough, and it's like, yeah. If you fill it up though, okay, okay, there might be some
I've always
competition.
said I always said I know it's controversial, liking ladies thick, but liking pizza crust thin. I know.
No, no, I get that. Like, I think it's only really good if you're gonna dip into something, you know? If you just had like a side of ranch
Papa
or something
John's
like that.
garlic butter.
Ooh, yeah, yeah, that too. I literally just like douse that on top of like the pizza. I'm like, this. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm still doing it anyway since it's free.
Right. Also Mega Skull Villain.
Mega Skull. Oh, that's right. I'm glad that
He got a
they got.
tie.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm glad they did the Mega Evolution for that one.
Yeah, they did. They did Mega Skull Villain. They did. I know that the model and the data is all there. They just haven't put it in yet. It's like Garchomp Z.
Yeah, Garchomp Z. That's interesting that they have like Z alternatives to it. Makes me
Right,
wonder.
like with Lucario. Yeah, same with
Yeah,
Lucario. He's got a Z form.
yeah. That's I kind of appreciate it because it kind of lets them just change like the stats and everything like that. So Lucario is one that can kind of go either in the direction of physical or special or a mixed bag. But when you go into the mega forms, they definitely lean more towards like one or the other. and the Z form for Lucario is more special base. So it's like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, okay, that works.
Right. And there's also the I know that the Raichu X is more physical, Raichu Y is more special.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I just love Raichu X
I,
just being always hitting the Superman fly.
right. I also like that their shinies make them look like Raichu and Pikachu again.
Yeah, yeah, I do like that. Because like, oh yeah, actually, this looks more like Pikachu now.
Right, if you get to the shiny, it's like, oh look, that fixes everything.
hmm But yeah,
If
no,
you didn't like the colorations, then the shinies change that.
that is nice. I will say though, what's been interesting is that the donut creation mechanic, which pretty much dictate like how long you get to stay in an area. It also can dictate like your shiny encounter stuff. So there's been a lot of guides out there as to like how to make the best donut before you like jump into one of the portals. Um, they do advise early on that like don't try to make the best one because you won't. So just focus on just getting through and completing quests, and then you finish up like the DLC, and then you can focus on that later. So I've been running it
Right.
with like some base ingredients, and it only gives me like 2.5 minutes tops to be in that portal and catch whatever I can and complete side quest stuff. Um, it's very similar to base Legends ZA, where you will spend the night battling trainers to get these points in order to get this little redeem ticket to fight the next person like within your league, and then you can rank up from there. So it kind of plays like that. But the difference is that you're doing
Interesting.
rogue mega evolution fights instead of like a trainer battle. So that's where you can
Right.
slowly get introduced. You do get to catch those rogue mega evolution Pokemon, so you'll have that
I
alongside
do
like
like that.
yeah,
I'll probably get Legends ZA on Christmas, so this one I'll be able to start doing everything.
yeah. It's definitely still a lot of fun. But I hear that the DLC is kind of grindy because of that. So I guess I'll see.
I've also heard that's not all of it. I've heard there's gonna be more added to Mega Dimensions as time goes on.
Oh really? Oh, that's certainly promising. So okay. God, we're gonna have
I was
like
because honestly, out of all the Gen 9 Pokemon that got Megas, like Skullvillain, I understand,
mhm.
but I was like, really? No Mega Garganackle?
Yeah. Oh, dude, that'd be a tight one.
It kind of seems like an obvious one to me
hmm
because he was very popular.
Yeah, I ran him on my first run too. Um,
But I was like, where's my Mega Low Kicks?
I think Z Titan maybe could use one.
Since I'd be going down for Mega Low Kicks and Mega Titan.
Ooh, yeah, low kicks as you were saying. But they'll probably do like a Bombardier type Mega Evolution. I was like, oh, really? Huh.
Mega Bombardier, he just drops a boulder on you.
Hmm. I'm also thinking of like some of the other DLC. I mean, if they add more megas in the legendaries, that'd be kind of crazy to see.
I will
Or,
say, if there's one
hmm.
thing I do like that they're doing in Legends EA with the Pokemon models for Megas, it's the moving parts. That's pretty cool.
Well, sorry, what was that again?
The moving parts on a lot of the Megas in ZA is a pretty cool effect.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Like how, like, especially like they did that with like Rayquaza and Steelix, how they could see like the moving parts in their models. I was like, okay, that's cool.
Hmm. Man, it's like they care, but the main series kind of doesn't. We got other things to worry about, like
I mean,
sales.
there has been more leaks from reputable leaks about Gen 10,
Hmm.
like like Centro and all of them.
Right.
And I know that they did say what we thought was Greece. It turns out right now might actually more likely end up being Southeast Asia.
Okay.
Like Malaysia, Indonesia, all that kind of stuff,
Interesting.
or the Philippines. And I mean, if it's Southeast Asia, I would imagine that would include Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia.
Me.
He's like me.
Choose your trainer. It's just straight up me. Whoa,
Joy, is that
Joya.
I can hear. Did you hear?
I just heard that.
She heard me say Joy. I said Joy. Yeah.
I was gonna say,
She literally said, "Don't come up."
Damil, that's you, boy.
So she said, "Choi."
Oh man.
She was speaking to me in Vietnamese. Lieutenant.
Oh my god.
And she
Okay.
said, "You sound horrible."
That's not nice to say. He's married and he can use it.
I got the pass. But
Oh my
I
gosh.
mean, of all the like, I know like some people like feel a certain way about some of the megas. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, I still personally like Mega Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y. I know some people don't like Mega Skull Villain. Some people don't like Mega Drampa.
Oh yeah, that's right, Mega Grandpa.
It's like he's being filled with youthful energy.
I mean, yeah. Let him have fun with that.
I do like. I do think Mega Clefable does work a lot. Her wings just got very bigger, and now she's the most fairy Pokemon, the fairy Pokemon I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, super fairy type. Like it's everything you could ever possibly imagine that type of like fantasy within that typing, I think. And then
Oh, absolutely.
if you remember Espathra from Gen 9, well, I got an idea for you. Make that a Mega Evolution and just like throw in Lady Gaga in there.
Or say, make it even more Lady Gaga. Put it on stage.
Mmm. Yeah, that's all I got really right now for Legends EA. It's otherwise still like a really fun game. I think. Wait,
Can we
look at.
just? Can I just say how much I
Mm.
love Mega Phalanx?
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's so good.
It's just like, Simon, you know what we should do, right? What do? We combine.
It's like the one in the middle always has
The
it like
one in the
strained,
middle,
like.
it's just struggling.
And honestly, I think the thing that really won me over was watching it move. Because
Mm.
if you look, it's not just taking like steps with like each little guy like doing. No, it's the little guys. They're each running with their little feet,
Yeah,
moving it all.
it's
Like
like
it's
a little tank.
so good. I was like, this is an amazing mega. This is great. Mega Zeraora, I like the coloration. Granted, it didn't do that much, I suppose, but I
Hmm.
do like the coloration.
Yeah, fair enough. It kind of reminds me of some alternative like look for it, if not maybe the shiny version of it. Maybe I think I have one. It's in
Funny enough,
home right now.
I think Mega Zeraora, the shiny for Mega Zeraora is just shiny Zeraora.
It's just like revert. Fair enough. Fair enough. I can appreciate that. But I was gonna say that I feel like even with the DLC, I felt like Legends A was kind of like already like a fully like encompassed game with by itself, and the DLC just adds like a whole new thing to it. So I can appreciate it for what it is, and it doesn't feel like it's
Right.
missing part of it. It does feel weird to have like that type of announcement of like a DLC content right before the game like even comes out. So I'm still
I
kind
do
of
think
weird
that was a
about that.
bad. I do think that was bad timing on their part. I think they should have left that part out.
Yeah, like give it like a month afterwards, and then you can start announcing stuff like that. Because otherwise, I don't think that would have made too much of a difference unless it's just about getting money like upfront as far as
Also,
sales.
having Hoopa be such a big part of it, but no Mega Hoopa.
No Mega Hoopa. Interesting, actually. I mean,
Because like he's the whole thing. You'd think. Also, Mega Darkrai terrifying.
oh yeah. I couldn't I saw the images of it, but when I saw like it receding back in, I was like, oh, I get it.
He's like, oh.
Oh no.
I heard a lot of people say like its head just being birthed from the middle of the eye. They're like,
Birth.
oh. I was like, it's
Finally,
the Eye of Sauron.
I can breathe. Meanwhile,
I can fight.
and that Darkrai one's kind of crazy.
I'm just like, yeah. I just thought about that though. I was like, the whole thing in Mega Dimensions. It's all that Hoopa, but there's no Mega Hoopa.
There's no Mega Hoopa. It's interesting what they give as Mega Evolution stuff because I could have sworn like Mega Evolution was always so tied in with like the bond between trainer and the Pokemon to like further extend that evolution line, but it's interesting when they give it to Rogue Mega Evolution Pokemon and you see Darkrai evolve them and you're like, oh, that's interesting. That's also the same case with Mewtwo, but you know.
I was just saying because Mewtwo was the exception first because he was like, there is no bond with Mewtwo. He just does it.
Oh yeah, that's right. He just like changes whenever like they want
It's
to.
like, but with that I might attribute to Mewtwo's intelligence. Is what I would maybe intelligent. It would put that too. It's like how smart Mewtwo is.
Mm. You know, that'd be kind of like interesting lore if they made like an Alakazam Z.
Alakazam Z, but instead of more psychic, he just gets nunchucks.
Becomes a fighting type here.
Psychic, pure fighting, not even psychic fighting, just fighting.
A complete class change, if you will.
Oh, also Mega Golisopod.
Oh yeah. Wait, is that an actual mega? Because I forgot about that one.
Yeah, there's Mega Golisopod. I was like, oh, okay.
Because I remember Mega Golurk. I was like, that's actually kind of sick.
Mega Golurk's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
As I've always been like when I've seen the Golurk line, I've always been like, okay, that's neat, okay. But like, I saw Mega Golurk and I was like, ooh.
I was like, oh, cool. What about the shiny? Oh,
I was like, now that is definitely what I would expect from a Mega Golurk.
Mm-hmm. Now they're
But
cooking.
Mega Golisopod, it goes like full, like it's like a steel type now. It's got extra arms.
Okay. I still can't get over that. It's in the anime where I think Ash like commands like was a Torracat to use Fire Blast on like Gliscopod and like it sees it and it's like oh and it swaps back and then Scizor pops out. I'm
Emergency
here.
exit. Golisopod signature emergency exit.
Man, I haven't even considered what that'd be like in this game because in this game they don't use their abilities, so that means a lot of the levitate Pokemon just don't have that anymore.
They're like in Champions. That's what they're saying. A lot of the Megas are probably going to get their abilities revealed.
Interesting. Okay.
And I know a lot of people are saying like, "Oh, what abilities do you think they're going to give them?" I'm like, is there anything that rules out them just giving them new abilities?
No, not necessarily. I mean,
Like they could just give them all unique abilities.
yeah, I mean, we can look at Kangaskhan as an example. Like, it just has parental bond.
Yeah, exactly. The kid pops out and beats you up.
Yeah.
I really do like Kangaskhan's Mega.
It's super cool. God, the
Where's
double
Mega
fake out.
Zangoose?
Is there a Mega Zangoose?
No, but there should. I feel like of all the normal types, I feel like Zangoose is what I would see getting a Mega. He's got that aura about him.
Yeah, he's got that dog in him.
It's like if you look at Zangoose, it's like he's just got aura. He's got staying power.
I feel like if you were to do that for Zangoose, you gotta do it for Seviper too.
True.
Like,
oh yeah, I forgot Mega Meowstic.
There's transcendence in that beef.
I forgot I didn't expect a Mega Meowstic.
Yeah, that was interesting, but I kind of like the design because it's really just like I mean, yeah, they're gendered like differently, so they have different forms. But like, why don't we just like mix them together?
Right. I think it's better. I think they did a better job with the Meowstic, even if they're like different gender. They still each one just mixes together to be the same thing. It makes more sense than the Flapple and Appleton thing where they're both the same. I was like, I don't feel like these Gigantamaxes should have been the same.
Mm-hmm. Man, Gigantamax was a thing.
Kaiju Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. That reminds me of Excalibur. That's interesting one for sure. You know what? I would have loved for them
It's
to do
another
a
Godzilla reference.
Yeah, like I would love them to do like Tyranitar one more time as a Z form. Because Mega Tyranitar is kind of underwhelming to me. As far as the design aspect of things. But what if we like crank it up a little bit more? I mean, they kind of
they did with Mega Absol Z.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So they could do it. It's not like they can't just go to older designs and just like add another form. I mean, Charizard's probably gonna get a Charizard Z. Like,
Dude, people were so scared in the trailer. Like everyone in the everyone watching the trailers were like, I was so terrified that was gonna say Mega Charizard Z.
no, it's Mega Blastoise time. Mega Blastoise Z.
Hey yo, don't tempt me.
Instead of like one giant cannon, he just has dual cannons on like both arms.
It just has gigantic cannons and then just a massive howitzer cannon on the back that's just like
Whoa.
it steadies itself and it just comes out like 10 feet.
That'd be kind of sick. Like, can you imagine that? Maybe either on the back or like it retracts its like hind legs, and those are just like constantly like blasting off, so it just like hovers itself.
It
Wash.
just does it just uses that so it's just a mobile turret.
I mean, yeah.
Just
That'd be crazy. I've also like had the idea of like a mega like Torterra, and it's like it's just the forest. It's just the forest on a back. You remember the sea lion
just a
turtles?
flipper.
Something like
I do
that.
remember the sea lion turtles. Also, I mean, they gave Gen 6 their megas finally.
Yes. Oh my god, dude. We were waiting for that one. I think Delphox got like a lot of, like cred for it.
Oh, oh yeah. I think Chespin and Delphox got a lot that they needed.
That's true.
Both really cool. Mega Greninja's cool, but I still think regular Greninja's still pretty cool.
Yeah, I think there's not too many differences like with Greninjas. It's just kind of aura farming. Rightfully so, but like
Constantly on the Shuriken.
upside down and everything. But you know
In
what?
the Nin pose.
Yeah, Chestnut's mega form is really like interesting because it kind of it's giving me like Souls like.
It's night times 1,000.
It looks like it would like dodge roll immediately around the
I
vicinity.
do I do like how it takes its shoulder pauldron and makes it into an axe.
It is kind of sick.
And it's got a cape.
Give me charge blade energy.
Charge blade.
I dig it. I dig it. Okay, sorry.
Ugh, but
Let
what
me.
else is on your docket?
Yeah. So I wanted to bring this up here. Because it
There he
actually
is.
got announced this past week. What's going on with Anaya? Sorry, I didn't quite
He
see
just
that.
said, "Sorry, y'all. I was exhausted as hell."
I feel it. I feel it. I feel it. Actually, it kind of hurts Anaya because you definitely want to like jump in on this conversation. But this past week, we had Silksong actually get an update, or at least rather, we're getting one later on. So
I heard
this,
they're putting in DLC.
yeah, new DLC. It's called Sea of Sorrow. It's essentially like a nautical like theme DLC.
Like a nautical expansion.
So interesting stuff. I think I actually like written down like some like bits of things here and there. So right, so that's coming out in 2026. That's gonna be free, so that's absolutely insane. They'll just kind of just do that.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, if you think about it, there's tons of invertebrates. There's tons of like, I mean, shrimp are essentially sea bugs,
Hmm.
and
Yeah, you're right.
crabs are essentially sea spiders.
You're right. But I mean,
So it
I'm
makes sense that they could do something like that.
yeah, no, I obviously haven't really been playing like much of like Silksong. I did just pick it up, so it yeah, that'll be interesting. But I'm glad that it is free. But that's not the only thing that they decided to announce. They're finally doing some updates to OG Hollow Knight as far as giving it the
Yeah,
Nintendo Switch 2 treatment. So that's going to be higher
upgrading it.
frame
Yeah,
rate, higher resolution, and more graphical effects here and there. I did try to like play through Hollow Knight on the Switch 2, and I did notice it was a little bit fuzzy. Otherwise, it just runs just fine, you know. But
yeah. They're just basically just giving it a touch up.
But on top of that, they're also just going to give updates to the original game on all the other platforms as well, like some different features and whatnot. Things such as whatchamacallit, like the 16 by 10 or the 21 by 9 aspect ratio supports for the Steam Deck stuff. Because I actually have tried it out on Steam Deck once, and I thought it was a bug that I couldn't fill up the entire screen, and it was just like a very specific like ratio for it. So that's pretty nice. Meanwhile, Silksong does have like a support for that. but also the ultra wide monitors, dude, those look crazy. I don't think I ever need one, but whenever I ever see a screenshot or someone playing it, it's like, whoa, that's insane, dude.
You're like, holy. I mean, I've got a friend of mine. She has a wide
Wide.
monitor.
Oh, wide monitor.
I mean, that thing is long.
Hold on, I think Samsung actually has like those crazy long monitors. But there's one in particular that was also like pretty tall too. I forget what it's called, but it was, I mean, as you can probably imagine, it was crazy expensive.
Those wide monitors, I gotta look at those wide monitors. I'm like, bro, I would have to sit so far back.
It was insane. That reminds me of the time that like Gabe and I bought this TV like for my like room, and it was 55 inches. Um, and you know, like if you just put it right here, right in front of you, it's a lot of space to have to look at.
I mean, yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad if you go up from like on your bed. That wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. I tried to like reason that out too, and for a while I was actually rocking that. I forget why I opted out of that for a little bit. I think I just wanted to have like a cleaner. Yeah, I wanted a cleaner streaming look so that I could actually have something like this versus like how I had it before, which was like me in the center of the room and the camera was having to like point down at me, but it wasn't like nothing in the background was like ever pleasing to look at. So I eventually just like shifted out of that. I'm also still looking at these crazy like big monitors and wide monitors, but there's one that's like equally tall as it is like long. Maybe not equally, but something like that. Oh yeah, yeah, it's the Samsung 55-inch Odyssey Lark, not Lark, Odyssey Arc. It's just a
The
big.
Odyssey is always like, is that one of those curved monitors?
It is, yeah. And I was just imagining myself because like they also promoted it to be like something of like a portrait like mode as well. So I only can imagine like what that would look like. That'd be insane, especially if you had like one of those arcade like shoot 'em ups.
Bruh.
But
Make your setup the 360 where you can just it's just a monitor that wraps all the way around.
people have tried that before, and you know what? Props to them because that's insane to to look at.
Does it work?
I mean, from what I can see, no.
There must be some way to make it work.
I think it might. I don't know. Maybe it depends on the PC if it maybe supports enough ports for that.
Especially just trying to get a monitor that can wrap all the way around. Like, it's probably multiple monitors you have to use, but like, imagine trying to get one monitor that you got to wrap all the way around.
Oh my god. I think they could kind of do that, but they would need to like come up with a new architecture for like desks and whatnot to even like make that work. The
That monitor would also
counterweights.
need like multiple stands.
Yeah, multiple stands as well. If anything, one that just kind of holds it in place like as a front end, but they'll also be supporting ones, just like little stool type ones that just like stick to the ground.
Like
Like
one that's like a main anchor.
it's something like that. But then it also gets into the fact that like for those people who want to get that they have to like kind of like get underneath the desk and it's just so they can like leave. I don't know, that's crazy.
Unless unless it's got a mount on it that allows you to open it like doors.
Hmm. I wonder if that would be a decent
I'm
work comp.
cooking. I'm cooking.
It's tough because like I'm looking from that like from a game perspective, but also like a productivity perspective. That's kind of hard to do. But I also have like used AR tech, and if you can like project, you know, I mean, you see that with Apple, like, or just all the VR headsets, where you can just be in a room and you can just project like different windows like all over the place, and those are pretty cool. So it is possible you can do something like that, but like physically in the real space.
My monitor is a projector.
So I mean, yeah, I guess you could kind of do something with that. But here, let me I'm gonna add whatchamacallit, the other topic here, if I just want to make sure I write this down here. It's regarding, actually, what is it regarding? It's regarding Final Fantasy VII Remake. So they shadow dropped a demo for Switch 2, Xbox. I think those are yeah, mainly those two platforms because they're essentially going like completely available on all the different platforms. But the game's
It's
coming
about
out
that
in
damn time.
January. Coming out in January, but they decided to drop this quick demo for everybody to try out. And it's been pretty exciting, especially for the Switch 2 audience, because it's the first instance of like actually trying that out and see if it works. And from what I tried of it, it's pretty impressive. I think the only issue that I see is just like when you look at the hair, you see like kind of like that weird ghosting effect that you get from like low level like DS or DLSS. So that's the only thing that bugs me. Otherwise, like the 30 frames is kind of totally acceptable, even on handheld. Not too bad. So,
Me finally seeing 7 Remake on the Xbox for so long. I have waited.
but the question is, will you get it now?
Oh, to buy it, to buy it on the Xbox. Honestly, maybe
For vindication.
I still need to buy 16.
Oh wow. Well, I mean that is on Xbox as well, and I believe there's going through like a series of like sales for that one too. So if it's not now, then probably even wait a bit, and you'll still get like a decent deal on that.
Yeah, I still need to play. I've been wanting to play 16. I just haven't gotten to it yet.
My favorite bit in that game is it like not funny, but it is still funny. Is the whole like thing at the very beginning where it was Benedicta and she's like goes to the Titan dude and he's like, "You cock." And the guy is like, "Oh, we're gonna have sex, Benedicta."
Oh no!
And they start making love in the hallway. And I was like, "Brother,
Oh,
what?" It was crazy, dude.
this is escalating so quickly.
But so and essentially establishes their relationship, and like that's just something to keep in mind of like later on. But the Titan Lost fight is crazy. Say what you will about the game as far as like, you know, I guess the combat versus like some of the like set pieces here and there. They serve different purposes, and I'm glad to have those set pieces. Man, there's some like great ones. I think my favorite thing of all time was definitely the I'm trying to remember the name of like the actual like fight, but it's the one where I mean, I don't want to really spoil too much per se, but it's just the fact that like Clive has this like single line that people will definitely bring up whenever they talk about Ben Starr's acting prowess. So it's something along the lines of that. And it's the fight following afterwards that's like, whoa, this is insane. Because they literally like escalate the all the stakes. And honestly, every single fight that he has kind of pales in comparison.
Bruh.
And there's a couple afterwards, but I know that the final bits of that game is kind of like, dude. I mean, I can just like press buttons all day, but like these guys look exhausted, or they ought to be, you know.
Absolutely just just
Like
just pass out right there.
yeah, they should just like they can go to sleep if they want to. They can take a break. It's insane. But having said that though, Final Fantasy VII Remake demo looks pretty solid so far on Switch too. So my only concern is like, what would Rebirth look like? Because I mean, to be fair, they do have a
It's probably in
Steam.
the pipeline.
They got Steam Deck working for Rebirth, which is insane to even like imagine. But aside from that, I guess the question would then be, what does the third game even look like? Because I mean, they're still running like Unreal Engine 4 on that one, but the scope and the scale is going to be much different. But I guess if there was
I
anything
doubt
to,
they'll be. I doubt they'll be changing to Unreal Engine 5 for the third one. It'll probably stay in 4.
yeah, no, it'd be too much of a hassle if they were to do that. It already looks good as it is. But I know that Rebirth is probably like their largest game, just as far as like the scope. But I think if anything, the third game would probably be like the same size of the world that you'd have access to, just with different
But
circumstances
doing
going on.
so much more.
Yeah, so I guess once they get Rebirth like figured out, then they're pretty much good to go with the later like bits of the game, but or the third game. I guess we'll see. We'll see. But it does show the fact that I mean, granted, this is still like PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 game we're talking about when it comes to remake slash intergrade. But the fact that they were able to get to work on the Switch too, as optimized as it is kind of like pretty impressive as it is. And people are quick to really point out the fact that Persona 3 Reload, for example, just runs not so great in comparison. And
Switch 2 or 1.
Switch 2, because it's actually only available on Switch 2. And I think one of the reasons for that was because of one of their interviews saying that they wanted to port Reload to Switch 2 as soon as humanly possible. So
that sounds like they didn't take their time to optimize.
I mean, yeah, I guess they can, like, in post-process, they can, like, definitely touch up on things to make it look better. But otherwise, it doesn't really look clean in comparison. But I don't know. That's something that they had to figure out. It was definitely a strategy that they decided to go with. And I mean, it kind of worked.
It was a decision.
It was certainly a decision. That's all I can really say. Also, what's going on? Ebron was asking or saying, I'm more concerned of what Omnislash will look like. Better look like a cinematic masterpiece of a movie. And also the final scene with Tifa. I'm just saying, it better happen. I mean, we'll see.
Oh my god, is he using his Buster Sword?
Oh god. Man, that's crazy. Sorry, that reminded me of the conference featuring Tifa.
Oh, it's exactly what I was referencing.
Oh god. Oh yeah, he's in the Buster Sword.
Busting it wide open?
Busting it wide open.
Did you need special moves?
Oh yeah. Omnislash? Braver? Oh my god, it's crazy. So what's going on, Ibram? Switch 2 is like a past gaming PC from like 2015. It's good, but 10 years good.
I mean, what I've heard people say more accurately is is that the Switch 1 is a watered down PS4 and the Switch 2 is a watered down PS5.
Maybe that would be like an accurate reading for that. What's gonna be interesting is how they try to leverage like a lot of the upscaling stuff. Now that we have that kind of tech incorporated into like the Switch 2. I mean, granted, they kind of had that in Switch 1 for some titles. I can only think of Switch Sports right now, but they have that ability to just really leverage that a lot. So
I mean, the Switch 2 is way stronger docked.
this is also true. I forget what the resolution for it when you play Remake there, but it otherwise is just like the dock, like 30 frames per second type of thing. I think that's the only thing I'd have like a gripe about is the fact that there's no option to have like a 60 frame per second type of thing, unless they go behind the scenes and like update that in a patch or something like that.
Like optimization.
Yeah, it's all about optimization. I mean, it's always been like that, but I think now more than
That's
ever.
why Monster Hunter Rise looked and worked so well on Switch 1.
Yeah, that was incredible. And then
that was some of the best optimization.
And then they cleaned it up in the other like ports later on, where it's like, oh no, we have a lot more resources. Let's just like let that run smooth.
Now we can make this graphically even better.
Mm-hmm. But I think the last thing I got going on right now, let me actually type this down as well, is actually something that has turned up really recently, actually. It's about the game card size. So for those who don't really know too much about it, but Switch 2 has this issue of having only really one card size. Well, two of them. There's like a 64 gig size for the card, and then there's just game key cards, which could just be like, it's just to have like the code in there just to verify on Switch 2 eShop stuff to say like, hey, they earned this. Go ahead and download it.
It's like, hey, they can have it.
It's created like a bit of a divide within the community as to whether or not, they want to support the Switch 2 going forward because of this or not, because we'd rather just have the game in the card for preservation purposes, because we don't even know what would happen if eShops close like 7, 8, 12 years like later down the line. What would happen then?
They don't want another virtual console controversy.
Yeah, that type of thing where it's like, well, you can't really like and well, in this case, if you had those game key cards, like we don't even know if they will be redeemable stuff like when eShops close, like going forward. Even though nowadays, right now, if you own the game, you can still go into those older eShops. I think even up to Wii, and you can just like re-download it like that. So if they uphold like that, then that's not a problem. We just don't know if it can. But
It's time will tell.
only time will tell. But we've gotten some updates here, and I'm so glad that they incorporated this because they had a whole survey and everything, and it should be well known what we feel. But this publisher, if I recall, it's called In Games. It's like IN Games. They were talking about one of the games that they're publishing, right? It's called what was it? Dude, I don't. Do I even have like the screenshot for that one? I forget what it was called. I think it was R-Type something. They were talking about different like versions of like their game, but there were also some issues where like they would have to have like a game key card to make this like conceivable on a profit margin type of thing. But obviously people didn't really like that, and they were telling us like kind of just like in God, what's the word for it? They were kind of keeping us up to date as far as options there because they know that people don't really like that. I think it's called, yeah, it's R-Type Dimensions 3. So they have different versions editions, and they were originally going to set them out as game key cards, but they had some news following after that they were able to do it because of these new card sizes that Nintendo was going to offer. But they also got in trouble for saying that because that wasn't official things to be announced. So they had to say, well, just consider this as non-official stuff. Everything else that would be announced going forward about the card sizes are going to be Nintendo official from them, not from us. So just FYI. So they low-key announced something that shouldn't have been said. Yeah, they were saying there's no official announcement. Some. Oh shoot, I was trying to make a little clip right there. Yeah. So in their tweet slash like X post, they would like to issue a correction regarding statements made earlier today in relation to Nintendo cartridge storage sizes. There's been no official announcement or confirmation from Nintendo concerning cartridge storage capacities. Any references to specific storage sizes should not be interpreted as official information from Nintendo. So at this time, we can only confirm that our upcoming releases of R-Type Dimensions 3 will be on a physical cartridge. No further technical details regarding the cartridge specifications have been officially confirmed. So we apologize for any confusion this may have caused and appreciate your understanding.
Good thing they cleared that up.
So essentially, yeah, well, our bad. It's not official. All we can say is that we figured out the physical like cartridge like situation for us. So great. But
Alrighty then.
I believe that does mean that there are going to be 2 additional storage sizes for Switch 2 game cartridges. So we'll see what those actually are. But I'm happy about that. So that should make it slightly cheaper for manufacturing purposes so that these third parties can actually just go forward with that. Unfortunately, some damage has already been done. But, you know, Square Enix, for example, could probably make use of... Well, actually not Square Enix, because well, they could. Just not with Final Fantasy, like, 7 Remake. Because that is still, like... I mean, unless they figured out a way to, like, put, like, 128 or 256, like, gig... like, little tiny cartridges into that, that'd be otherwise impossible. They also had, like, a bunch of other reasons why they didn't do that because of the loading time stuff. And even though these game cartridges are like much faster, probably not as fast as what they would want. So, but I think other games from Square Enix still have like a chance. So, holding out for them. I'm hoping that Capcom also follows suit with this one. I do remember though, as a side tangent thing, that they have a Pragmata as like a demo, and that's also coming to Switch 2. It's a game key card, but it's going to be on Switch 2 as well. So that's going to be interesting how that looks as well. But I think that's everything else. So, Mark, is there anything you want to like as input for the podcast?
Nothing that's coming up to my mind at the moment.
Gotcha. Well, in that case, why don't we go ahead and call it here? I know that we're starting to get later in the day, so if you need to like have din and whatnot, then we'll have to let you get accommodated for that.
I got you.
Also, Ibrahim, yeah, Kingdom Hearts 4, give it to me. I don't know what
One
to
day.
say. I don't know what to say. Just don't even think about it.
They'll give us more one day.
That's
One
me
day.
and Fire Emblem. Just don't think about it. They'll give it to you.
One day.
One day. All right, guys, we'll go ahead and call it here. Guys, thank you all so much for tuning in for this episode of DangIT Prodcast. It's been episode 571. This is the last one for the year of 2025. My name is Justin. See you guys in the next one. #bye, everybody.